Welcome to Treasured. My name is Miss Chrissy, and I'm excited to be digging into spectacular surprises with you. We'll start every day singing, having fun, and celebrating the way God treasures each and every one of you. First, I'd like you to meet someone.
This is going to be such a great week. I'm so glad that we're all here together because we can...
What are you doing here?
Well, we're here because...
I know why you're here. You're after treasure. My treasure. You found a treasure map too. Well, just because you're already here doesn't mean you get the treasure.
Who are you?
You can't tell me you don't recognize me. Don't you know who I am? None of you know who I am? I'm Dr. Daryl Diggingstone, world-famous explorer, finder of fabulous fortunes. I found the famous Diggingstone Diamond and the lost city of Cornucopia, but I still can't find my cell phone. And I did not hack my way through the jungle to miss out on this treasure.
There's plenty of treasure to share. You see, the real
There is never enough treasure to share. It's mine, all mine. And I'm going to go back to camp and get my treasure hunting gear. And when I come back, I will find more treasure than you ever dreamed of finding.
I don't think that's true. The real treasure is...
It does not matter what you think. Nobody beats me to a treasure. Not you, not any of you.
Well, the real treasure is that...
I'll be back. And when I return, you will see who finds the real treasure.
The real treasure is that you're a treasure! Wow. Dr. Diggingstone doesn't listen very well, does he? That's okay. When he comes back, we'll be sure to tell him that he's priceless to God.
Dr. Diggingstone really needs to learn that he is a treasure to God. In fact, God wants everyone to know how special they are to Him. Let's start off with a song about that. Kids and adults, get ready to sing and dance along.
A priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better, forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. Child of God, I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am His and He is mine. I am the prize He came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better, forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a child of God. I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am His and He is mine, and I am the prize He came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better, forgiven and chosen.
We're imagining what it would be like to go on an adventure, searching for lost treasure. Maybe you've seen movies of explorers who travel to faraway lands, face danger, and find amazing things. What would be the best part of going on a treasure hunt? Maybe finding lost treasure, exploring deep jungles, or solving mysteries. You know, archaeologists, explorers, and treasure hunters travel all across the globe looking for lost, valuable things. What a cool adventure! What do you think makes those things valuable? Maybe when you think of something that's valuable, you think it's worth a lot of money, or it's rare, or it's historical, used by a king or someone a long time ago. You may imagine fancy, beautiful things like jewels, gold, or gems. These may not look very fancy, beautiful, or valuable. They're old, torn, faded, and kind of hard to read. If you saw these on the street, you'd probably throw them in the trash. But they're priceless. These are called the Dead Sea Scrolls. They're more than 2,000 years old and contain writings that we find in the Bible. Wow! Some people think they're one of the most valuable treasures ever discovered. Buying even a tiny piece could cost millions of dollars. Here at Treasured VBS, we'll be discovering that you are valuable to God. Sometimes you may feel more like these old, broken, torn pieces of paper, not much to look at, and not very valuable. But when God looks at you, He sees a priceless treasure. Let's celebrate God's love with a song about that.
He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. It's so amazing to think about God's love. The God of creation is looking out for us. He knows us, He hears us. God is right here with us, and He's wild, He's wild. God is wild about us. He's wild, He's wild. God is wild about us. God is great, He is awesome. God is great, He is awesome. He's wild, He's great. God is wild about us. He is great, He is awesome. He's wild, He's great. God is wild about us. He is awesome.
Each day, we'll learn a Bible point. That's an important truth from the Bible to remember. Today, we'll explore what it means that God knows you. That's our Bible point. So today, whenever you hear someone say, God knows you, you are going to respond by saying, you are treasured. And as you say that, point to the side and bring your arm across to the front. You'll be reminding your friends that all of them are treasured by God. Let's try that together. God knows you. You are treasured. Let me hear you even louder this time. God knows you. You are treasured. The Bible says, "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." God knows you. You are treasured. God loves you so much that He knows every single detail about you. The number of hairs on your head, what your fingerprints look like, your favorite pizza topping, and your name. Hey, that makes me wonder about your name. On the count of 3, call out your name. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I love this song that reminds me God knows my name. All week long, we'll get to know surprising Bible memory buddies who will help us remember our Bible points. All our buddies are animals that you might see if you searched for a treasure in a distant rainforest jungle. Let's take a look.
Hey there, friends. Nice of you to jump in for a week of big adventures here at Treasured VBS. Meet my friend Pogo, a poison dart frog. Yep, this little, tiny, colorful creature without sharp claws, a stinger, or fangs is one of the deadliest animals on the planet. But only if you eat him. Some people call Pogo a poison frog, or poison arrow or dart frog. That's because hunters in some native tribes rub their arrow tips on the frog's skin to make them even more dangerous. Poison dart frogs are only about the size of a walnut. they're not big or strong. So how can something so small stay safe? Well, God gave Pogo an easy way to protect himself from bigger animals that might like to have him for a snack. Here in the rainforest, Pogo uses his long, sticky tongue to grab some grub like ants, termites, or beetles. Yummy. That food changes inside his body, turning into a powerful poison that coats his skin. In fact, frogs that grow up in a zoo or cage don't eat the same things, so they're not poisonous. You'll find Pogo and his brightly colored buddies hopping around in rainforests all over Central and South America. They are pretty puny, but God gave them all these awesome colors. Whoa! Some people call poison dart frogs the jewels of the rainforest. Guess that makes Pogo a treasure, huh? And if you still can't see him, just stop and listen. You may think that frogs croak, but he sort of chirps. Listen to this. Their size and sounds are definitely small. Maybe you know what that's like too. Do you ever feel too small to do important or fun things? Does it sometimes feel like you're different from everyone else? Or maybe it feels like everyone else is special or a superstar. You might even be heading to a new school where no one knows you. When you feel too small, overlooked, or not very special, remember that God knows you. God knows everything you can do, everything you think about, everything you're going through, every special, amazing part of you. You can treasure God's words in the Bible that say this: "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." That means someone always understands you and celebrates who you are, inside and out. God knows you. You are treasured.
When you see Pogo, remember that God knows you. God knows you. You are treasured. Let's sing a song to remember that God knows everything about you, no matter where you are.
All my life, all I know, God's been good, good to my soul. Mountain high, valley low, I'm gonna sing wherever I go. All my life, all I know, God's been good, good to my soul. Mountain high, valley low, I'm gonna sing wherever I go. God is for me, He's not against me. I will hold to the plans He has for me. When I'm broken, He will fix me. I will call on the name of the Lord. All my life, all I know, God's been good, good to my soul. Mountain high, valley low, I'm gonna sing
Well, we've got some fun adventures planned for you today. I'll see you later.
I am so glad you're here. My name is Danny, and every day when you come to Bible Adventures, we'll explore a totally true, amazing adventure from the Bible. You may think the Bible is just an old book that's kind of hard to read, but it's packed with incredible riches. True stories that beat any movie you've seen, and they're all true. Let's jump back into Bible times right now. Hey, welcome to my home. Big things are happening today because we're picking a new king. Well, we aren't picking one, God is. Here in Israel, a king rules our country. For a long time, God was our king. But then we asked God to give us a person to be in charge. God said that wasn't a good idea, but it's what we wanted. So he picked Saul. God was right. Saul hasn't been a very good king. He hasn't listened to God or done what God said to do. So now the prophet Samuel is here in Bethlehem. God is going to show him who our next king should be. It's so exciting. Except, how do you pick out a king? What should a king know how to do? What does a king look like? Sound like? If you had to pick out a perfect king, what would you look for? Talk about that with whoever is doing VBS with you today. If you're watching alone, just think about what you'd look for in a king. Hey, I just thought of something. Samuel is here and you're here. Maybe one of you is our new king. If you're able, stand up. Let's see if you might be the new leader. I think a perfect king should be strong enough to scare off Israel's enemies. Show me your muscles. Part of being strong is having good balance. Balance on your left foot. Okay, now your right foot. Now leap in the air. Kings should look like heroes too. Strike your best hero pose. Plus, kings have to make good decisions and know lots of stuff, like math. Quick, what's 2 plus 2? 5 times 5? 1187 by the square root of my birthday times 6. Too hard? Oh, and kings have to sound like kings. I think kings should speak in deep voices when they give commands. In your deepest voice, say this: I am your king. Say it louder and deeper. I am your king. Okay, we better stop before we hurt ourselves. Sit back down. So a king has to be everything we said, plus strong, wise, know stuff, look like a king, and sound like a king. Whew, that's quite a list. Talk about this. If you want to be king or queen someday, what on our list do you have to work on? As nice as you all are, I'm thinking none of us is going to be the next leader of Israel. Hey, What's that? Hey, there's Samuel talking to my neighbor Jesse. Jesse has a whole bunch of kids, 2 daughters and a bunch of boys. Maybe our new king is one of my neighbors. Samuel has lined up the boys to see who's tallest. Samuel isn't picking the tallest to be king. Maybe he wants to see who's oldest. No, Samuel isn't picking the new king by age either. I know. Kings also need to do lots of things at once, so maybe that's how Samuel is going to make his pick. Let's try this. See if you can pat your head while rubbing your belly. Now switch. Rub your head while patting your belly. Now do that only with your right eye open. Now just your left eye open. Oh. Everyone stop. Samuel prayed about who to pick, and it looks like he has sent for Jesse's youngest son, who wasn't even in the lineup. But little David can't be king. He doesn't look like a king or sound like a king. But maybe there's something we don't know about him just by looking at him. What's something about you that people wouldn't know just by looking at you? Do this for me. Take a couple minutes and go grab a sheet of paper and a pencil. Then, draw something that people may not know about you just by looking at you. For example, I like to travel a lot, but people may not know that when they first meet me. This week, we're going to become great friends of God. God knows you. You are treasured. And He knows you for the treasure you are. We don't always see the treasure in other people, but God does, because He put it there. Oh, something's going on over there. Whoa! Samuel poured oil on David's head to declare that David will be the next king of Israel. Whew. I realize that may seem strange to you. You're not from Bethlehem. Around here, pouring oil on someone isn't a mean prank. It's a sign of blessing. David may not be big and strong or old and wise, but God knows that David loves him. God knows David's heart. And God knows your heart too. Your heart was made to love God. Today, look for someone who needs to hear that God knows their heart. Then let them know. You'll be a blessing to them. All right, it's time for you treasures to head out the door. But come back tomorrow. I don't think we've heard the last of our friend David.
Welcome to Imagination Station. I'm so glad you're here. I can't wait to see what incredible things about God we'll discover together this week. We're going to have so much fun together. But before we get started, I need to ask you something very important. Who brought their imagination today? It's okay if not everyone remembered their imagination. It's our first day of VBS. But since we are at Imagination Station, we're definitely going to need lots of imagination. The great news is, I have an extra bit of imagination to spread around. In fact, I was just talking to my friend Pogo, the poison dart frog, about this. I think you met him earlier, right? Pogo and his friends love living in the rainforest in Central and South America. The rainforest is full of huge trees, super long vines, and so many plants and flowers that you can't see through them all. That's a lot of plants and a lot of rain. The rain is very important. It keeps everything alive. We're going to bring our imaginations to life now with some imagination drops. Take 30 seconds and run and get a small cup of water. I want you to feel all of this imagination raining down on you. So dip your fingers in the water and flick it over your head. That's so much better. Now we're ready to imagine.
God knows Pogo and his friends need rain, and God knows you too. You are treasured. Now, I can see your imaginations are refreshed, alive, and ready to go. Every day at Imagination Station, you'll get to answer a fun talk starter question. Are you ready? Here's our first talk starter question. How do you think poison dart frogs catch the insects and bugs they dine on? Do they use their very sharp teeth? Or do they catch them with their long, sticky tongues and eat them whole? Talk about your answer with anyone who's watching with you. Okay, I need a loud drum roll before I reveal the answer. And the answer is a poison dart frog uses the long, sticky tongue to reach out and grab bugs and insects and swallows them whole. Every day at Imagination Station, you'll get a sciencey fun gizmo. And in a minute, you'll get to pull the first one from your student pack. This is called a decoder disc. It's a super secret way to communicate in code. There have been lots of times people used code to communicate. Take a look at some of those codes. Some famous codes here include one found on the Rosetta Stone, which was created even before Jesus was born. It's made of symbols that help scientists decipher ancient writing. Another example is Morse code, which has been used by military and others to communicate using dashes and dots. People have used codes throughout history to send secret messages. Can you think of a time you used code to communicate? Tell anyone who's watching with you. Let's try speaking in code right now. This is called Pig Latin. Show me a pig nose if you know how to speak Pig Latin. Here's how you speak it. You take the starting sound of a word and move it to the end and add A to the sound. For instance, let's use the word pig. So pig becomes igpay. Words that start with a vowel stay the same, but you'll still add A to the end. So the sentence, I ate the pig, becomes I ate a they, igpay. Practice saying a few words right now. Maybe say, you are treasured in Pig Latin. Now practice saying your name in Pig Latin. My name is Shani. In Pig Latin, that would be Hanny Shay. Speaking in code is kind of tricky. Now think of something you want to tell others, but don't say it out loud. Think of how you'll say it using Pig Latin. Turn to someone nearby and tell that person your message in Pig Latin. Then they can say something to you. If you're watching alone, you can practice your sentence for the next time a friend or family member comes by. Sometimes codes are tricky and mysterious. If you were a treasure hunter, you might have to decipher codes to find treasures. Figuring out codes can help solve mysteries. Now, you're going to use the decoder disc, paper, and pencil to write a code. First, write your name in code using your decoder disc. Here's my name in code. Pick up your decoder disc and twist it around a few times to find the symbol for each letter of your name. Then you'll draw that symbol. Once you've found the symbols for all the letters of your name, you'll have your name in code. Ready? Have fun! Great work! Now think of a secret message you'd like to write in code to a friend or a family member. Great work on making mysterious messages. Today, we're discovering that God knows you. You are treasured. You know, sometimes it's easy to feel confused and lost, sort of like a message that's written in code. We might wonder if God really knows what's happening in our lives. We might even feel like life is a confusing mystery and we don't know what's going on. But here's an important truth to remember. God knows you. You are treasured. Nothing about you is a mystery to God. God created you and He loves you. Before we wrap up, grab the Try This at Home sticker from your Treasured Student Pack. Put the sticker on a Ziploc bag so you've got a good, safe spot for that decoder disc. I'll see you next time for more Imagination Station fun.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm 12 years old. So in my family, I have my mom, my dad, and then my two brothers, Eli and Josh. I have a couple pets. I've got my dog Albert. In my room, my brother keeps his pet, Scruffy. He's a mouse. Every day I do my homework, I do my practicing and for piano. On Mondays, I mow the lawn. Thursdays, I do my laundry. And then Fridays, we don't have anything. I have several hobbies. One of them is card collecting. I also love to play baseball. I love board games, especially ones that have to do with strategy. I play a couple instruments. I play the piano, I play the French horn, and I play the trumpet. My favorite instrument to play is probably the piano. I really love just hitting the keys and plucking out a song.
But Sam's favorite hobby is collecting and solving Rubik's Cubes. Rubik's Cubes are puzzles with different colors. The goal is to get all the matching colors to one side.
I have 38 Rubik's Cubes right now and 27 different kinds. I first started solving Rubik's Cubes when I got one for my birthday, and it took me about 2 days of solid work to figure out how to do it, and a lot of tears too. The real motivation behind learning how to solve it was I wanted to compete with my friend. He also solves Rubik's Cubes. My fastest time for solving a regular 3x3 is 33 seconds. This guy is definitely my hardest one. When you turn it the right way, the colors shift, and it's pretty difficult to solve. This one is my gear ball, and when you hold it and you turn one side, the gears make you turn the other side too. This one is a shocking cube. When you turn it the right way, it will shock you, and it's given several of my friends quite a scare. I really do enjoy solving them. It doesn't take much to learn how to. You just kind of have to be willing to put in the work and the effort to do it. My average time is about 45 seconds. My fastest is usually around 33 seconds maybe.
Let's see how fast Sam can solve one today.
Got it.
Wow, that's fast.
So to solve them, there's patterns. After learning the patterns, it really improves my memory.
Knowing so much about Rubik's Cubes helps Sam solve them.
I know a lot of the history of them, and I know just about everything about them. I know like the inner workings because I've taken them apart and examined them. I've focused on them and learned so many things about them, and that's really important in being able to solve them.
Did you know that God knows everything about you? In the Bible, in the book of Psalms, it says, "Oh Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me."
To me, the fact that God knows me it's very reassuring because I know that whatever happens, it's going to be the best for me, and even if that may not be what I think is the best, it just really shows that God is able to do things that may not seem the best, but always work out best.
God knows you. You are treasured.
Welcome to our very first closing quest. Each day, we'll wrap up our tremendous treasure trek with songs, smiles, and surprises. You are treasures. God is our treasure too. Let's sing about giving our whole lives to God, our treasure.
Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of Thy love, at the impulse of Thy love. Oh, 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 oh. Take my lips and let them be filled with messages from Thee. Take my silver and my gold, not a mite would I withhold, not a mite would I withhold. Oh, 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 oh. You are my treasure. You are my silver and gold. You are my treasure. All the joy my heart can hold. All the joy my heart can hold. Take my love, my God, I pour at Thy feet, its treasure store. Take myself and I will be ever only all for Thee, ever only all for Thee. You are my treasure. You are my silver and gold. You are my treasure. All the joy my heart can hold. All the joy my heart can hold. All the joy my heart can
I've been researching what it takes to be a treasure hunter like the famous Dr. Diggingstone. And guess what? You need to know a lot of stuff. Treasure hunters study up on everything from geology to geography, from languages to literature. They know a lot. Since we're all becoming explorers this week at VBS, I thought we should end our first day by testing your knowledge about some puzzling, perplexing things. You're all about to star in a game show called What Do You Know? First question. What is this mystery picture? If you think you know what it is, call out your answer. You've got some great ideas. Let's find out if you're right. Help me create a drum roll by patting your legs. This is a picture of seeds inside a bell pepper. Question 2 is a little different. You are actually going to identify a sound. Are you ready? Listen carefully. Call out what you think the sound is. Let's find out if anyone is correct. Help me with the drum roll. The sound was the sound of a pen clicking. All right, one more question. Explorers, you ready? First, I need everyone to sit on your hands for this question because you can't move. How many people in your group do you think can lick their elbow? Almost everyone or almost no one? Don't move, you can't try, just take a guess first. Is this something you think almost everyone or almost no one can do? Without moving off your hands, make the sound of a monkey if you think almost everyone can lick their elbow. Okay, if you think almost no one can lick their elbow, cluck like a chicken. Let's find out. For this one, we can explore on our own. When I say go, everyone try to lick your own elbow. If you can do it, stand up. If you can't, stay seated. Okay? Here we go. It looks like we have our answer. Almost no one can lick their own elbow. Thank you, contestants. Please have a seat. You want to know something cool? None of our game show questions could have stumped God. God knows everything, and God knows everyone. That means you don't stump God either. God knows you. You are treasured. Even when you keep things bottled up inside, you're not a mystery to God. We sometimes keep our thoughts and feelings bottled up inside of us. That way, other people can't see what's happening inside. Maybe you feel like no one understands, or your thoughts and feelings don't really matter to others. Maybe you even feel hurt from time to time, or feel lonely, or embarrassed. You just don't want to let out what's inside. But God knows everything about us. He wants you to pour out those hurts and worries because they matter to God. You're priceless to God. He loves when you open your heart and your life to Him. God knows what's inside of you. God knows you. You are treasured. Whenever those feelings seem bottled up inside, open up to God. Trust that God knows what's going on inside you and loves you no matter what. What a great God who knows us and loves us. Let's praise God with all we've got. Stand up and sing with me. given you a special crew of family and friends who help you and encourage you. Give each person with you today a high five and say this rhyme. I'm glad God knew to put you in my crew. While we say it again together, go around and give everyone a high five. You ready? I'm glad God knew to put you in my crew. Because God knows you, you are treasured. He puts things in our world that He knows you will love. On the count of 3, call out something God made that makes you happy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We call those gifts God sightings. God sightings help us watch for God's love and power every single day. A God sighting could be a prayer, a hug from a parent, the sunshine, or a kind word from a friend. Until we meet again, I want you to keep watch for evidence of God all around you. We've had a great first day at Treasured. Thanks for celebrating God's love with me. I can't wait for another day of adventure, discovery, and excitement with all of you. Until then, remember, God knows you. You are treasured.